Good morning, everyone. How many of you have been hugged by someone? Probably just recently, right? Because we haven't been able to give hugs much. Well, doesn't that make you feel good? You feel especially good when something goes wrong and somebody can give you a hug. Well, today's a story about a girl who had a very bad week. You could say she had some stormy events that was happening to her. So we're going to talk a little bit about that girl. The first terrible thing that happened was her friend had a birthday party and she wasn't invited. That made her feel really bad. The next terrible thing was another little girl said, "You're not my friend any longer." Well, that was really a terrifying thing for best friends to say. And the next terrible thing was she was sitting at the supper table and she spilled her drink all over everything. Well, then her mom and dad came over to her and they gave her a hug and said, "Don't worry about all these storms in your life. All these things will be taken care of. Everything will be okay." And all of a sudden, all the storms in her life disappeared. Isn't that wonderful? Well, today's lesson is talking about Jesus and his disciples. And they were out in a boat, and Jesus was so tired he fell asleep. Well, a storm came up. And wouldn't you know, they got frightened. Just like our storms happen in our lives, we get kind of scared. Well, they were afraid, and so they woke Jesus up. And they said, "The storm is really, really bad, and we're scared." Well, Jesus said, "Don't worry about the storm. It will go away." And sure enough, the storm went away. The disciples felt better. And it was as if Jesus had given them a big hug. So the next time you see someone who has some kind of a storm in their life, remember what Jesus did. He calmed the person down who was worrying. And we can do that too, can't we? We can give them a big hug if mom and dad will let you do that yet. Because with the COVID, we've had to stop some of that. But if you can give a big hug, or you can say, "I want to give you a hug, but everything's going to be all right." And that will be good enough for now. So remember, when you have storms in your life, like the disciples and like we all have, all we have to do is ask Jesus to help us. And he will send those storms away. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the weekend, or the left of it, and have a nice summer. Bye now.